Welcome to the Answers for Elders radio show. Meet the trusted experts who will give you straight answers and will help guide you on the path of later life care. Now, here's your host, founder, caregiver, and CEO, Suzanne Newman.
And welcome back, everyone, to Answers for Elders Radio Network. And I'm here with David Phillips, who is an amazing leveraged care solution. He is the caremaker. Maybe I call you that, David. That the whole point is that there are different ways in which you can remain solvent in your aging years. And, we've talked a lot about things, but you've got some special secret sauce. It's not so secret, but you've got some special things that you do to maintain and preserve assets. So could you give me kind of an example of how you've worked with families on your leverage care?
Well, first of all, I want you to understand, I've written this down. I have this game plan set in print, and it's this leverage care solution special report that your listeners can get. They need to subscribe to the newsletter, Generational Wealth Strategies newsletter, to get it free, because it's included in there, or they can go to our website, ropltc.com, and get that report too, ropltc.com. But I've written these solutions down, and I've explained each of the options so that you can say, okay, well, this one's better for me, or this one's better for me, or I have children, or I have grandchildren. My wife decided on option 2 because of our grandkids. She wanted to make sure that if she didn't need care, she left something to the kids no matter what, to the grandkids, specifically to the grandkids. Right. So, there are different motivations, different reasons for doing each one of them. But the 3 options are long-term care annuity, the life legacy long-term care. So the first one's an annuity, expands 3 times if you need care. If you don't need care, your family gets the annuity money back. Second one is a life insurance policy. Okay. And the life insurance policy has a long-term care rider on it. And if you need long-term care, you take from the life insurance benefit 2% or 4% if you decide of that life insurance benefit, and you use that for care. The third option is called the Return of Premium Long-Term Care Strategy. And I kind of like this one. I like all of them. My wife liked the second one. I personally like the third one a little bit better because it has an inflation rider on it. And most all of our clients add the inflation rider. So let me give you an example. A 65-year-old male has $100,000. Say it's in a CD, or it's in his IRA, or it's in it's in some equity in his home or whatever. He has this $100,000 and he transfers it from his left pocket to his right pocket. It immediately expands to 3 times value. Okay. Actually, for the $100,000, it expands 4 times, $431,000. And so that's what would be available now. Instead of $100,000, it'd be like, you're finding this golden nugget in your backyard, and there it is. It goes from $100,000 to $431,000 immediately for care. Through the years, as inflation goes and it increases by 3% a year, by the time he is 85 years old, 20 years from now, that $431,000 will be worth $800,000 for his care. Wow. Translated to almost $10,000 a month that he would use for his care. That money would come to him for his care, income tax free.
Wow.
Throughout his life, he would be able to use a tax. If he itemizes his taxes, he can actually tax deduct part of the premium that he's putting into this, part of this transfer that he's doing, this transfer of money from the left pocket to the right pocket. And what's cool is, everybody says, well, I don't have 100,000. Well, you can do it in pieces too. You don't have to put it all in one, in one.
You could do 10,000 a year over 10 years if you wanted to.
Exactly. Or 15 years, you can decide. And but the younger you are, the healthier you are when you start this, the better, because you're going to get more leverage. It's going to, instead of being the 65-year-old, instead of being 4 times what he put in, it'll be, if you were a 55-year-old, it would be worth 7 times what you put in. So you get a larger benefit the younger you are. And obviously, again, you have to be healthy. On page 25 of this leveraged care solution report, page 25, I have listed out the top plans in the United States today for each area, for the annuity, for the life, and for the return of premium. All of those are listed. And I've done, my staff has done all the research. We have listed the top plan. We don't name the companies, but we have them all listed there. So it's all there in the report, the Leverage Care Solutions special report that they can get by subscribing to the newsletter, Generational Wealth Strategies. It's a what is it? It's a $291, but they get it. Your subscribers get $172 discount, and
that's great.
It's $77 a year for the Generational Strategies newsletter. It's an electronic newsletter that comes to them. We're going to be doing podcasts that will be associated with it that you'll be able to tune into, and we love the newsletter. The newsletter just gotten some really good accolades from a lot of folks, and that report, the Leverage Care Solution report, is a free gift for signing up. You actually get 4 reports. One of them, which you'll find interesting, is called The Estate Planning Guide to Better Sex. So
there you go.
That report.
Well, absolutely. And David, it's just been such an honor to have you on the program, and I would love to have you back sometime soon if you would be willing to. And in the meantime, to each and every one of my listeners, please check out David's newsletter, generationalwealthnewsletter.com, and just absolutely. And if you're listen to it, you will receive your discount. And how do we reach your office, David?
So, of course, you can call us at 888-892-1102, 888-892-1102. Or they can go to an easy website to go to is ROPLTC.com. That's Return of Premium, longtermcare.com. And I think the key to that is, if you don't use these plans for care, which is everybody's goal, right? That you don't want to have care. Your goal is to die watching the football game at 85 years old, okay? And not anybody care for you. No tubes, no lifting like I did the other day with my back. I mean, good heavens. Okay, you don't want that. You want to go in the easy chair.
David, thanks again for being on the show.
Time to get back to Suzanne and more Answers for Elders.
And welcome back to Answers for Elders Radio Network. And I, again, want to thank David Phillips for being on our show this week. Think about your future. What is it going to be like if you or your loved ones need care? These are the things you need to think about before you need it. So remember, go to generationalwealthnewsletter.com or just go to ROPLTC.com and learn more. We hope you're enjoying the Vitality Revolution, the program that we have going forward. And until next week, be good to each other. We at Answers for Elders thank you for listening. Did you know that you can discover hundreds of podcasts in our library on senior care? So visit our website and discover our decision guides that will help you also navigate decision making. Find us at answersforelders.com.